Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. All right, I hope the sound is working on this video. This is San Francisco Airport. I just arrived moments ago. I want you guys to continue praying for me by singing along with me, gesturing at your screen, and smashing the dislike button. I need some serious prayer. I'm in a world of confusion. I'm not stressed anymore, but I'm confused. What has happened is that I just come home from Taiwan. You guys know I hit it big with a girl in Taiwan. Uh, and For once, my family seems to be accepting me for who I am, in large part because of the girl. My grandmother, my only surviving grandparent, is 94 years old. So I'll probably go back to Taiwan soon again, possibly this winter when I have a winter break. My grandmother's 94, and there's so much up in the air about possibly career pivot over there, or maybe someday retiring over there. One of those, right? And where she belongs in my life, right? And I haven't dropped the L bomb on her yet. I thought about it, but I kept thinking just one more time. It's really funny because I come from such a terrible background with my dating life. Every time I see her, I think this could be the very last date with her. As a result, I've had 7 last dates. At least that's how I treated them when they were going on. And so just not good. I need to change that thought process. It's not helping me. At the same time, I have a dream job I need to go back to, but I don't have dream circumstances to go along with the dream job. What do I mean by that? Well, if you could teleport me to my job and forget about all the other things that make that job possible, I would love it. But unfortunately, the job comes with having to live in an individualistic culture, right? It comes with a commute. It comes with colleagues that I might not beat 100% along with. Granted, I haven't had too many toxic colleagues. But every day when I get in my car, I feel like I'm playing Russian roulette. And I'm not just saying in terms of accidents or danger, but I'm also playing roulette with my emotions. Road rage is not uncommon in Phoenix. Bad drivers are not uncommon in Phoenix. Even if you don't get killed by a bad driver, it really hurts your emotions. By the time you get to the office, it feels like your mental battery is only at a 70% level. Contrast that to Taiwan. I had a couple of remote meetings I had to attend in Taiwan. I could actually go to those meetings at 100% capacity. That it really goes to show what driving does to me. I hate it. And also, the other quirk about Phoenix is that it's not unusual. It's not unusual to run into a police car. Now, do I like speeding? Do I like to drive recklessly? Do I drink and drive? No. But seeing a police car always creates a lot of anxiety, especially if I'm financially strapped at the moment. When I was working with my art, I put every penny into my art project. I don't do that anymore. But at the time, I would throw every penny into my art project, and then I would drive on the road, gas tank running on fumes. I can't even afford to be pulled over because I can't afford to idle my car on the road. It's 100 degrees. I'm not going to just turn off the engine. And that incredible amount of anxiety when that happens. I can't even put into words the anxiety level when that happens, right? But at the same time, when I'm in the classroom, I'm having such a good time. It's just that all the stuff that has to go around it, right? I have to live in Phoenix. I have to commute. Bad drivers, police officers, the whole complex surrounding the job is what Peter, just think of it this way, right? I'm trying to think a good analogy. Imagine you got your favorite theme park ride, but it takes like 3 hours of wait time to get on the ride, right? What would you do if I were to alert the school about you dating a child? See, there's nothing wrong with dating somebody, no matter their age. You could date a newborn baby if you want, right? There are certain things you don't want to do with them. So, okay, go ahead and tell the school, right? Yep, that's fine. Um, okay, but the best analogy I could give is the job is kind of like a really fun theme park ride, but the commute, the toxic coworkers, the having to live in Phoenix is kind of like the 3 hour wait to get on there. I don't know if that's a good analogy. That's the best I can come up with. Uh, uh, but I get along with most of my students too. In fact, uh, I had a 15-year-old student. She's just really gifted. And one day I was complaining. I was sitting in the student union talking to her and a bunch of other people. I was talking about how the school carnival was coming up. And if I go there alone, there's a lot of prejudice, and I can't go on certain rides alone. And she offered to come to the school carnival. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. Now, at the carnival, I almost got crushed to death by her on one of the rides. And had a really good time. I have a big fantasy of being murdered by some girl that I like. So, for example, I'm a big fan of Polish Idol, second place winner Evelina Falinta. I would so much love for her to strangle me to death. Uh, Actually, one of my big fantasies. You see, I used to. I know this is a weird fetish, but 6 years ago, I had another girlfriend, and she and I used to like to drink each other's urine. I know it's weird. And so I had fantasies of collecting Evelina Falinta's urine for like a year to fill like a pool of it, and then jumping in and drowning myself in her urine. I had fantasies about that. Uh, you guys know I love Mary Curry, and I would so much love if I were alive at her time if she would poison my food with whatever rock that she discovered in her backyard, right? And not know about it until the very end that it was her all along. Oh my god, I that would be so fun, right? I'd still go if she got arrested for that. I would go visit her in jail before I died, right? That would be fun, right? Uh, so, all right. I got a lot of things to sort out. So please show your support by singing along with me, gesturing at your screen, and leaving a dislike on this video. This is the Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum.